All of this is recorded with the Insta360 X5, a camera that promises cinematic 8K 360-degree footage, AI editing magic, and pro-level stabilization in your pocket. But after all this hype fades, what is really like to use this thing? Let's inspect. Well, hi everybody, nice to meet you. Michael is my name, and I've been using this camera ever since it got released, or probably just a few days after it got officially released. Obviously, I was not part of the first wave of reviews, but managed to catch up and gain enough of experience, and I'll say it up front, I really like it. I really like how Insta360 continued to push the boundaries about spherical camera development, but I'm not here to echo their marketing efforts and campaigns. Therefore, this video is going to be more about a practical experience sharing, and I would focus very much on what is positive, what is neutral, what is negative when it comes to day-to-day experience, and are there any particular reasons where you might want to upgrade to this one, in case you already have the X4 or generation X3, and which are the top strengths of the X5 based on my personal kind of views. So yes, get ready for raw impressions, creative samples, and some rants from time to time. Let's get started. Right out of the box, X5 feels like a refined evolution. Still a bit heavier than expected, compact, rather sleek, screams modern design, but also maybe sort of fragile. Insta360 still uses exposed lenses, so unless you use the optional guards, scratches are always a risk. But now we have a solution. All the reviews you might have seen thus far probably make you feel it's a mini game changer, and it actually is. Because if anything on this camera is about a scratch, I bet lenses are topping the priority list. The power button? Still way too easy to mispress. Oh, and the SD card slot, which let's just say is not my favorite, but I get why it's there. Waterproofness is indeed a very important aspect. There's better heat management compared to the X3 and X4, but don't expect GoPro levels of toughness. Feels like the thermal remarks some people expressed about the previous generation in still condition have been sort of reworked, yet this is an action camera and is supposed to move. This is how it gets properly cooled. Furthermore, it's exactly how you get some dope footage. So 8K 360-degree videos sounds incredible, right? And when lighting is good, it is, until you realize that this whole thing is not really all about 8K, as some in-depth reports are gonna show. The actual usable resolution is way less than that, so the 8K stamp is mostly game of words, and yet you can get perfectly usable 4K out of that, which is perfectly fine for 99% of the situations. After all, there is no Pro label invoked with the naming, which eases up the tension a lot. Details are crisp, colors are vibrant, some extra work is usually pending. You'll actually want to reframe the footage for YouTube Shorts or social media, and then it's gonna look great. As for low light, yeah, it's getting a lot better. Noise is not as much as it is with the X4, and the dynamic range, a lot better. Sometimes looks a bit over-processed, but I guess in most cases it's just fine. Yes, side-by-side samples with older generations make the X5 look too tempting, but this is mostly due to some AI magic and processing, and not something based on optical or image sensor advancements. Yet, you get a bigger sensor, and you're going to feel it. But it is no Sony mirrorless, so let's keep the expectations grounded. But the editing workflow, I think this is where the X5 both shines and struggles. The reframing tools, they're fantastic. Auto tracking, snap wizard, deep tracking, it's powerful stuff, but it's time-consuming. Exporting high bitrate 8K clips eats a lot of storage. The Insta360 Studio is solid but still crashes from time to time. The mobile app, results hungry. If you're a bit tired of reframing and editing, I remind you that you can use the X5 as a fully functional action camera, and it's gonna give you ready-to-use videos with this mega ultra-wide field of view, which kind of cripples the point of having a spherical camera, but doesn't matter because this kind of footage can be very helpful to people who want to go the lazy path. The battery life? It's good. You're usually gonna be able to record for more than 60 minutes depending on the resolution, the temperature and the screen activities. As already mentioned, Insta360 have improved internal heat dissipation, but it still gets warm, especially during 8K shoots. And yes, it may stop recording when it gets too hot. The SD card compatibility remains good. I've had zero issues with mine, and for the past 4 years, I cannot recall experiencing SD card issues with an Insta360 made camera ever. Is it finally my rant minute in this video? Well, look, Insta360 are tech visionaries, but their marketing department sometimes feels like a magic show. What I'd love to see is more of real-world tests, more honest marketing and less sugarcoating. Give the X5 in the hands of people who actually record with action cameras. There are plenty of good reviewers that you can meet out there who are very well covering such kind of small cameras, and we know that names such as Peter McKinnon, Potato Jet, Casey Neistat, and everybody else you can think of, they would always produce splendid looking footage regardless of the camera that they use. This is where the whole problem comes from. You get hyped by people who know how to beat the system by making even terrible footage look great, and a normal user, like my son, would be super hyped, would get the camera, do a lot of recordings, then review them and probably would be bitterly disappointed because the footage that he got is not as good as the footage that someone who is on the beach with the perfect lighting conditions would record. Therefore, we want the whole truth, not just the sparkles. As it looks like, Insta360 X5 is an incredible creative tool for vloggers, creators, tech geeks like me, many other people. It delivers innovation, great image quality and the most flexible editing you'll ever find on 360 camera. But it's not for everyone. If you want quick, flawless shots with minimal effort, this isn't your tool and probably you should check on the Ace Pro 2. If you're okay dealing with a few quirks in exchange for massive creative freedom, it is worth every cent. X5 is about creative content, mostly targeting social media, so here, even without the 10-bit colors, even without the real 8K or any of the drawbacks mentioned, it delivers huge loads of good features. If you made it this far in the video, then thank you. Seriously, thank you so much for the great support. If you want my honest opinion whether you need the X5, if you already have X4 or even maybe the X3, I would say keep your money, probably invest into another type of an action camera, maybe the Ace Pro 2 or a GoPro or DJI Osmo Action and similar. If you're about to buy your first 360-degree camera, the X5 is not just a great starter, it is definitely the best at the point that I'm making this review about it. And yet, in my opinion, given the very slow pace of upgrades, it continues to be expensive. And the accessories, I mean the diving case, paying for it about 120 bucks, and the fact that it's not compatible with the X4 diving case, my dear Insta360 friends, this is criminal. Anyhow, this is everything I wanted to share with you, my dear friends. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I'm Michael, the TechMishka, and we'll be back very soon with more cool tech inspections. Up until then, give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Have a great one.